Hi, I'm Jane Coe and I'm the creative director of Hobbs & Kent. We just launched our Arte artist designed limited edition cufflinks collection in porcelain and sterling silver. It's kind of an unusual product, so I wanted to take some time to explain to you some of the special features and maybe the idea behind the concept so that you have the information that you need to talk to your customers about it. Especially if somebody comes into the store and is looking for something really special, really unique, this is the item. And with the proper information, you can definitely sell them on it. First of all, Hobbs & Kent is a luxury men's accessories brand based in Manhattan, New York. Our classic collection of sterling silver cufflinks is carried at luxury retailers around the world, including Barney's New York, Bergdorf Goodman, and Isetan in Tokyo. Now, cufflinks are so classic, they're so sophisticated. You know, it's a shame that we don't see more men wearing them, especially younger men. I definitely always notice when a man is wearing cufflinks, and I try to see what cufflinks he's wearing because I think it says a lot about his personality. In fact, when cufflinks were first invented in the 17th century, they were very personal items. They were often custom made, and they were really a window into a man's life and into his passions. So I really wanted to take that level of personal expression and personal meaning in cufflinks and translate that for the 21st century man. So the Arte collection is a culmination of that initial thought. I really wanted to riff on the idea of classic versus edgy, old world versus modern world. So I decided to work with porcelain as a medium because it's a very old craft. It was developed, I think, around 2nd century in China. And I commissioned some of my favorite up-and-coming pop surrealism artists to design cufflinks for us. This first collection features the work of 5 artists. It's entitled Foursome because these artists, which include Gary Tixali, Gary Baseman, Ray Caesar, Shauna Peterson, and Jeff Soto, designed their cufflinks based on the theme of fours, or anything that comes in groups of 4. The challenge for them was to translate their signature style from a large canvas to a small surface and still maintain imagery that was readable and iconic. We then took their designs, their artwork, and through a high-resolution digital decal process, applied it to the porcelain. It took us about 1.5 years to finish development of this project from beginning to end, because it really was the first product of its kind. First of all, artist cufflinks, that's definitely something new. And second of all, porcelain has never been used in this way before. And last, digital decals are normally done on a larger scale, not such a small surface. So now I'm going to take some time to show you the art, talk to you about the artists, and highlight the elements that make the cufflinks so special, from the art to the packaging. Let's start off with Gary Tixali's collection. His foursome is the 4 vices of man. The 4 vices is a very classic theme in cufflinks. You see this theme time and time and again in cufflinks throughout history. So what are the 4 vices? Well, it's women, booze, gambling, and horses, or the modern equivalent is sports. Now, even though there are 4 designs per artist, there's actually 5 styles of cufflinks per artist, one of which shows all 4 designs in the pair. And they are available as a double-sided chain mechanism, which you see here. And if you take this out, you'll see what I mean by chain, in that there's a chain that connects them, and you have a front and a back side. And when you put that on the cuff, you can see that the front of the cuff shows one design, and the back of the cuff shows another design. So you can wear all 4 vices at once. Now, if you prefer to only reveal one of your vices, then you can choose the style that shows only one of the vices, one of the designs. And these are available as a mechanical T-back. And they are, as you can see here, there's a mechanical mechanism that flips open and flips closed. And the way you would put them on is in the closed position, you would slip it through the buttonholes and then flip them open in the back. And voila, you see here's the cuff link Now, one thing that I want to point out, which makes this extra special, is that each cufflink on the back in the silver is actually engraved with the artist's signature and the edition number. And this one says 16 out of 98. So each of the designs are available in edition of 98. Okay, so now let's move on to Gary Basement's designs. We all know he's a little bit crazy. So he actually chose to do the 4 states of the soul in the afterlife, which are heaven, hell, purgatory, and limbo. And you can see here his 5 styles of cufflinks. The next group is Ray Caesar, who chose to do the 4 elements as depicted by women. You see here fire, water, air, and earth. Now his designs are the most classic and painterly looking of the entire collection, but don't let that fool you. All of his artwork is actually rendered in 3D using a computer program, the same computer program that they use to create CG environments for movies. So his collection is actually really the perfect example of new versus old. The 4th artist is Shauna Peterson. And her foursome is the 4 directions, the 4 cardinal directions. And it's really an ode to the salty sea dogs and the journeys that they take in their life. There's the rum to bring you up, which is north, the anchor to bring you down, which is south, and the babes and the money along the way that takes you in all sorts of different directions, right? We all know about that. And that's east and west. And last but not least is Jeff Soto's collection. And he's chosen to do the 4 seasons, and it's actually very appropriate because those of you who knew Jeff Soto's work know that much of his artwork explores the conflict between man and nature. And you can see here spring, summer, fall, and winter as depicted by his monsters. So now that you've seen the entire collection, I'd like to show you the packaging and highlight some of the various parts. So first you have the outer box, and you see that it's got the Hobbs and Kent X Arte logo. And you open it up, and you see that every cufflink comes with a booklet about the artist, and it's actually hand signed by the artist, shown here. And you can see inside the book, there's a little artist bio, some examples of their work, as well as a little write-up about the cufflinks by the artist. And then you peel this back, sort of like strip tease here, and you get this nice, lovely matte black lacquered wooden box that has actually a magnetic closure, so you can see it's very nice feeling. And it's kind of like the sound of a Mercedes door closing or something. But anyway, these are the cufflinks. And when you display them, the way we design the packaging is you can actually display them in the packaging in the store. And they sit up like this, and when you sell the cufflinks, flip them back, close the box, return them back in the paper box with the booklet. And there you go, there you have it. So I hope I've been able to show you how amazing these cufflinks are. First of all, you have exclusive artwork by the artist. They're limited edition of 98 per design. They are crafted in porcelain and sterling silver and hand engraved with the artist's signature and edition number. They come with a booklet signed by the artist. And lastly, there's great packaging and great box. And there really is something here for everybody because there's so many different styles and so many different ideas and fun things. I mean, you know, you can maybe the Pope with like the Heaven cufflinks by Gary Basement. So anyway, I'd like to end on a great quote by Gary Texel, and he says, "Like a good vice, cufflinks never go out of style."